Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks Plays Transport Fever. And up front, very sorry for this first episode. This will be more like highlights because I have recorded this, but for some reason my microphone didn't record my audio. Game audio is still here, so you will see a lot of me babbling around different things, but for some reason I'm very sorry it didn't work. By the way, also let me know, how much you like this format. Does this format of highlights look better to you, or you like a full Let's Play? I personally prefer a full Let's Play because that allows me to create more content and you can see everything I was doing. And once again, each of us has our own taste. Also, do let me know what you like about Transport Fever. What are the aspects that you enjoy the most? Is it like the ride-alongs? Is it the building? Is it the mix? Is it how I lay out tracks? I'm really interested to hear more from you. Also, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, please. But okay, let's continue. So, apart from me staring blankly into the camera and talking something, I was just following along and I was trying to see which of these trucks will be going to Seattle. And I wanted to show off Seattle for a very, very particular reason. And that one being because today we will be building the first passenger ferry between Seattle and I believe, was it San Francisco or something? Yeah. So I wanted to do a short ride along here, and as you can see, look at this. I really enjoy how this looks like. I really enjoy, the beautiful landscape. I really enjoy the beautiful music. I think it's really soothing. It's really, easygoing. Yeah, so smash that like button if you like the series. It helps me better to know what type of content you guys prefer, and the videos that I don't get too many likes on, I typically will probably turn off the series or something, because that's, to me, it's an indicator that you guys might not be interested in watching that. So yeah. And one thing I've been missing in this Let's Play, for example, as of recently, is turkeys. I don't know where the turkeys went. So if you guys have any idea, is there like a date after which the turkeys no longer appear, like 1900 or something? Do let me know in the comments as well. Right, so the next order of business is I started to construct the docks. Yeah, let's see if we can align them correctly. So this is the first passenger traffic docks. There we go, perfect. San Francisco, yeah, so the line would be between Seattle and San Francisco. I also wanted to rework a little bit San Francisco to make sure that we cover this road entrance to here. Oh, that's a big slope. Ah well, doesn't matter. Let's just see if we can construct another coming road, because I would like really San Francisco to expand a little bit more towards the docks. It is a coastal city, so, might as well. Oh, look at that, too much slope. I think I'll connect it like this, because I really didn't like the idea of the slope being too hard. So with a little bit of smootheroo. The parts that I decided to cut out from this episode is more of the same building. So I was constructing the same thing on San Francisco, and so I decided to show only one aspect of it. Right, and I have decided to go now into the Seattle, and here we will be building another set of docks. In the Seattle, the situation is much easier because the waterfront is more forgiving. Okay, docks outside navigable waters. Come on, work with me. Terrain alignment collision. What terrain is align? Oh, there we go. Perfect. 207k. I like it. Committed. Thank you. Now, Seattle siding. So what I will do is I will connect this one here. Then I will create a small bus station. So There's the bus tram station, perfect. I don't know what's the difference between the first one and the second one. I think the second one is a bit newer. So I'm just gonna go right along with that one. And now I decided, I got some tips in the previous episode, guys, that circle lines are no good from one of my watchers. And I have decided to test it out. So I will not be constructing... What the hell is this? Come on, it's not a roller coaster, it's a road, dang it. Too much slope. I don't like the way it looks. It creates sort of a knee shape thingy over there, so I don't think so. But so I will be doing a lot more like lines. There will be 2 endpoints, and the buses will be going front and back on both endpoints, and I'm really eager to test it. So thank you so much for that comment, and I'll give it a look how it looks. Sometimes I have to hear myself. Give it a look how it looks. Interesting construction. Nevertheless, oh, come on, work with me a little bit here. Nah, you know what, I'll just remove it. Okay, now we have both of them. What I think I will do is, I think I will rather construct endpoints for my bus lines. And I want 2 lines here. One would be going from the residential area to the dock, because people travel, obviously. And another one would be going from residential to the commercial area, tagging along the industrial one. So this is the endpoint for the commercial area. This will be an endpoint here for the residential area. Align it a little bit nicer. There we go. Yeah, chunk out the huge part of that rock, because we can do it. No worries. Let's see if we can connect these 2 roads, but not like that you can't, for sure. There we go. Much better. Oh well. Okay, now this would be the one route. Maybe I'll take this one, but I would like them to share the stops. At least one stop along the route should be shared, so that the passengers can get off and get on a second bus or something. So first would be here, and that one is catching already the whole industrial area, so yeah. And the second stop will be the rotor, and the third one. So I think it will be good enough like that. I don't want to build more stops than necessary. Yeah, the others are already caught. Maybe not by the commuter line, but hey. I was thinking of plopping one more down here, but I don't think it's necessary. Yeah. Seattle branch, Lower Seattle and Upper Seattle. Good enough. So let's build up 2 lines. One of them will be this sporty green, and other will be this wonderful blue. So Seattle branch, 5th Street, and then Upper Seattle, and then on the way back also tag the 5th Street. Thank you. I also noticed that if the stops are one beside one another, that you have to select the terminal to choose the side of the road. That's something that I didn't know before, so. And that's the Seattle Residential C, because it will be pulling people from the residential zones and industrial, ultimately, all the way down to this, yeah. And the second one, Lower Seattle 5th Street, Upper Seattle 5th Street, and then here. Yeah. So the thing is that I don't like anymore. Previously you would have, if you had 2 stretch lines, you would see them together, but for some reason I don't know why that happened. Okay, time to build our first ferry. And the first ferry line will be going from Seattle Sidings to San Francisco Exchange. And to do that, I need a passenger transport. So the passenger transport should be, what do we have? Which one is it? No, this one is the goods. Ah, the Frontenac. Okay. The Frontenac, we will be talking a little bit about the Frontenac steam paddleboat and its history. Although technically it's more of a river steamboat, I'll use it on the sea. I hope it won't tip over and, you know. So, great. Let's put the color red. No, not red. How about this blue? Maybe. How about a little bit darker blue? That seems like more plausible. Okay. And I will be renaming this ship to GrunfWorks ship Smokin' Warthog. To honor my latest patron, thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate it a great deal. And yeah, so all of my patrons will be getting their individual vehicles named after them. So thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot because it helped me to, you know, have the content going for you guys. Because, well, to be perfectly honest, YouTube pays like crap. But okay, let's continue onwards. And yeah. So, this is the GrunfWorks ship Smoking Warthog, and it's the type Frontenac. Frontenac was a steamboat, the first paddle steamer launched on the Canadian side of the Great Lakes in 1816. Built in Ernestown, Ontario by American contractors for Kingston businessmen during the 1816 at a cost of £15,000, she entered service in the spring of 1817. Frontenac conducted regular runs across Lake Ontario between Kingston, York, now Toronto, and Niagara-on-the-Lake. The round-trip fare between Kingston and New York was $18, $12 one way in the cabin class. Frontenac typically generated about 50 horsepower using the original Boulton and Watt formula, which was too little for a ship of her size, and she was often outperformed by sailing craft. She rarely managed to make money in 8 years. Uh-oh. And the provincial population was simply too small. Well, these are two big cities that were connecting, so maybe that's not a problem. Frontenac was sold for £1,550 to John Hamilton in 1824, who persisted 2 more unsuccessful years before selling her for scrap at Niagara in 1827. Before she could be scrapped, she burned to the waterline due to arson. Part of her engines were salvaged and used later in Alcopy on the Lake Ontario and Adelaide on Lake Erie. This is obviously information from the Wikipedia, and I tend to read stuff like that from time to time. Look at that, that's a beautiful. I think that will be a screenshot for the episode, despite the fact that we don't have any passengers as of yet. Right, back with the camera. You know, guys, recording with a camera makes things a little bit trickier. It requires me to, you know, make the screenshot separately and stuff, but I think it adds a little bit of character. And also you can see the day that I didn't, you know, do my hair well. But I don't care. I'm a geek. That goes fine. Anyway, another ship, and this is the San Francisco shipyard. So, yeah, let's build that one. I had no idea at this making of this episode who I'll be naming it with, but I have already made my mind, and I will rename it in the next episode to honor, well, one of the 2 members that let me know. First one being Alexander Müller. Thank you, a big shout out to you, and thank you so much. Okay, this one I'll call actually Olaf Deng because it's a YouTuber I'm making videos with, but I'll add 2 more ships to some of my shipping lines, and one of them will be Alexander Müller. A big thanks, Alexander, for letting me know that I didn't have originally audio in my previous iteration of this video. And also thank you so much to Cryogenic Cloud. A big shout out to you as well, because you pointed me to a thumbnail error, which I'm gonna correct now when this episode is reloaded or re-uploaded to YouTube. So thank you so much, guys, because you helped me make my content better, and I really appreciate all the feedback. I mean, ultimately, when I'm recording these, I enjoy playing those myself, but the reason why I'm doing those is also for you guys, so let me know, I mean, if there's any particular games that you're interested in seeing. So far, what I have understood about my audience is that one portion really likes Kerbal Space Program, Space-y stuff. Another part of my audience likes this builder tycoonish type games. And the third part is a little bit mixed bag of tactical games and sometimes survival games. Subnautica did pretty well when I did the series, and people were enjoying that. So I'm actually considering now maybe starting, after I do a little bit of farm manager and stuff, starting the forest, because the forest is also, I had it since the Ferry's first day when it was at sale, but I played it a little bit because it was rather bare bones then. But I heard that a lot of it has been added now, so I was thinking to starting to, play it, and I think they will be, releasing sometime during the summer. So, might be a good thing to get going early. Let me know what you think. It's a little bit more, survival horror. Sort of similar to... but it has base building as well. Oh dear! That Frontenac really went far. I mean, I don't know what they say about this ship being slow. This ship has turbos in my book. To me, it doesn't seem slow at all. And the final order of business. Is upgrading this train. Now, the two trains that are delivering oil to New Orleans have been my bread and butter, and this is the other one. Look at it, the Mikado, majestic. And the Mogul, which you're looking at this very moment, has been serving me quite well, and it's a trusty, loyal thing. But its pulling capacity is not that great. It's very decent, but not that great. So I will be replacing this one with another Mikado. And obviously I have added electrification because I will want this line to have some electric things as well. But then again, those trains cost an arm and a leg, and I don't have enough cash yet, despite the fact that I'm making quite sizable chunk. There we go, look at that Mikado. Oh, I still want to enjoy this age of steam. They're so beautiful. Mikado was one of the most popular, steam locomotives in terms of pulling freight, and rightfully so, because it has a very, very decent pulling power, and I mean, it looks just great. It's not maybe as crazy as others like the Big Boy or the 9000, which I will hopefully be showing. I'm trying to make enough money to be able to show them in the first place, because, well... So, one of the consequences of running this big fella is that I will have more fuel to be processed downstream. So, that is something that I will be clearly doing in the next episode, hopefully, where I will be upping my downstream production of fuel. But I also have to accumulate some cash to be able, well, at least not to go bankrupt, that is. Also, to respond the heavy 1 ton from one of the previous episodes. He said, like the General Atlanta, there is Duke of Hazzard joke in there somewhere. Probably is. Confession, I have never seen Dukes of Hazzard. I'm really sorry about that, but if there is a Duke of Hazzard joke, heavy 1 ton, if you're watching this, could you please elaborate, because maybe it would get me to actually watch Dukes of Hazzard, because I understand it was a really good series, but I don't know even what it's about. So sadly my time is very limited because, well, I have a family and a kid and a day job, so yeah, things got a little bit hectic. Anyway, the first thing that I decided to improve was this road vehicle delivery, and I have noticed that there were lots of older vehicles going, So I figured I might as well introduce a couple, newer vehicles and also add like I think 5 more trucks to this delivery system. What I'm hoping will not happen is that I will completely clog the delivery. And I think I will need to upgrade not only this delivery system but the others as well. Means rivers, and this is where those ships that I've been talking about, honoring Cryogenic Klaus and Alexander Miller, will come in. And also I'm hoping that I will be able to, simply up the production. Yeah, so you're coming empty despite the fact that, well, you're supposed to go and load first into the refinery. But then again, it doesn't matter. We will just continue and chug happily along. There we go, perfect. I've just noticed I have some older buses in the New Orleans, but I was thinking, let's keep them for now, because one of you suggested that we should have trams in New Orleans, and to the point I agree. So maybe a tram transport in New Orleans is exactly what it needs. By the way, I'm pretty sure that somebody will tell me that I'm butchering, because it should be either New Orleans or New Orleans. I don't really know. I'm not an English native speaker, and I'm not English or American, so I could also talk in, Eastern European accent, so this would be really hard to watch, and I would be talking really, really Russian style. But I try to keep it, I try to keep it as English as I can do. Ooh, the M300. Ooh, so many choices in this game. I should probably do that as well. The M300. I think that's called a stinker or something. It's a diesel one. Maybe I'll make some small shuttle going back and forth somewhere. I should be focusing primarily on profit right now, because that's what I want to do. But anyway, guys, this brings us to the ends of this highlights, 20 minutes-ish. I hope it's not too long for you, but give this a thumbs up, like if you like the episode. If you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe, and you can push that notification bell. That means that you will get every single update for every video that I make, as opposed to just occasionally. So, yeah. Yeah, New Orleans refinery. It seems that it's doing okay. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.